Hey, welcome back to the table. So I had two cameras on the last playthrough, and they were both recording audio. I can technically, I mean, it's pretty easy to shut off one of the audios so there wouldn't be an echo, but I decided not to do the second camera, and the largest reason is because the battery was almost dead during the last playthrough. That second camera just doesn't have the snuff to last a while. It's an old iPad, so I'm just gonna move forward with this one camera. I think this view is really good, and then we can still move around, and I know there's a little bit of a glare there, but we can see just about everything we need to see. And then from the digital version, I actually really liked this setup here, where I'm gonna set up the if I have pilots that I send on missions, I'm gonna put the pilot here, and then we'll put their munitions there, along with any situational awareness and how much their bonus damage is. So we have it all in one view. I actually find that to be extremely helpful, because anytime you have to do a dice roll or whatever, you constantly have to go back and check. And my memory is not able to remember 16 pilots. So this is very helpful. The next thing is that we only have one event deck. So since we're doing an epic mode, we're going to have to share that event deck between the two. Nothing I can do about that. I can go buy a second copy, but I'm not going to do that either. And we'll just have to live with the one event deck. And the only reason why that could be an issue is, like, there's one that, if we have a down pilot, there's one and only one card in this deck that actually lets you get him back. And you can actually hold on to it. So that way, if somebody were to go down, that card, it's like a get out of jail free card. Well, there's cards like that are just going to be out of the game, and then the other group is not going to benefit. It's just the price you pay when you play something like this. I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal. We were able to do it with 3 squads, because we had the Marines on the digital version, and it was working out fine. It was just that since it was digital, I could just copy the whole deck, and it was no problem. But with that said, all the target cards are in place and ready to go, and let's start. So I always like to go left and right, and so we're going to grab the 1980 deck. So this is the Tomcat crew. And we're going to look here. Our recon is a 1. Excuse me. So I can only draw 1 card. Let's hope it's a good one. So for a while, I won't even be able to do a secondary mission unless I spend SO points, which I clearly don't want to do. So we have a fighter sweep. So that's a decent one. We get to bring 5 people. And as you can see here, 5 pilots get to go. It's going to let us move the intel by 2. We need to move the recon in order to be able to draw more cards. It's going to be 1 bandit in the center, and then there's going to be a bunch of bandits doing this. So all in all, it's a relatively easy mission. Our bombers are going to be on a break, and I think just about everybody else is going to go. And I might just bring other people along just for the experience points. We'll see. Let's figure all this out. So first of all, I need 5 MiG-21s, 2 MiG-23s, and a MiG-25. And there's no easy way to do it other than to just do this. Here's a MiG-23. That's a 29. Oh, and is there anything that's supposed to be out of the game? No. The Mirage 3s are eliminated from the North Korea mission. So if I ever draw a Mirage 3 for the North Korea, we would just have to remove those. So 21, 23, and 25. Here's a 21. Here's another 23. I don't like these missions just from the perspective that there's the 1 MiG-25. Going through the counters like this is painful. Here's a 21. There's a third 21. This might be easier to just flip them over. Okay, so it says 5 MiG-21s. I don't even see 5 MiG-21s. I see 3. Oh, here's a fourth one. I don't even see the fifth one. I see nothing but no bandits. Did I somehow throw one? Or I'm missing a token? Well, this is easy enough to resolve. We could just use a no bandit counter as a MiG-21. All right, I'm looking at everything here. I don't see a fifth MiG-21. I see MiG-29s. There is not a fifth MiG-21. So maybe somehow I lost a chit a long time ago. I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if DVG just never tested their stuff. But I am going to take the benefit of the doubt that they did. And I'm missing something. So we'll use a no bandit chip. And you can, I mean, the stats are the same. So that's not a big deal. I mean, I'm a little distressed that I'm missing a bandit chip. But see, no, that's the reason you buy a second game. If you put a second set of bandit chips in here, I mean, I guess it's possible that some things you can only draw once. Now you can draw it twice or whatever, but at least the distribution would be the same. But yeah, I am saddened. And I'm looking in my my chit component storage. Yeah, I don't see anything. I've owned this game for many years, as you know. Always possible I lost one. I just don't know where the heck it would have gone if I did lose one. My dog is really good. She doesn't chew stuff that falls on the ground, at least not since she was a puppy. And that was 14 years ago. She's an old girl. Anyways, we got that. So we're going to go ahead and do this. They're the objective. And the objective, from my understanding, does not leave the center. So we're going to put them on like so. And we get some range 2s, some range 4s. I would think that in this case they should leave the center. Otherwise, they're just going to sit there until we shoot them down. So, obviously, the MiG-25 is the one big threat. And as you can see here, we draw a target card. We select our target. We determine and place sights. Now we're going to assign pilots. And I'm going to try... So if I change it to this one... That gives us a nicer overview, but it's harder to see. I mean, I guess I could do that. I don't know which camera to use. I actually, well, don't do that one. So, yeah, we'll stick with this one. I like the zoomed in aspect to it. Okay, as it says, we're gonna draw just one more over the center, and it could be a no bandit. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of them. And I get to bring 5 fighters. This should be the easiest mission ever. Should be. Keyword. All right. So it is, let's look at it. It's target 57. So target 57 up here. I'm looking. Where is 57? Ah, it is right there. It's on weight point -2, stress 3. So this is going to be a 3 stress mission. with a weight point penalty of -2. Clearly, we're going to bring him along, so the weight point penalty is gone. So he's already paying for himself. And as for everything else, first off, we have Thumper, who comes for free because he has Maverick. So then I have, and so this is what I mean by, we're going to put Thumper here because he goes for free. We have Farm Boy for 1, Sticky for 2, Teflon for 3, Coffee for 4. Remember, I get to bring 5. That is my entire air-to-air. That's all my Tomcats. So I have 5 Tomcats, as you can see. One of them gets to fly for free. Doesn't count towards the mission. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring Buzz along because he gets to go as a Maverick. And then I get to bring someone else. So then it's a question of who do I bring because I want to like get their experience points up. And I think that I want to bring... Now, like I said, we could bring Tuna. Because Tuna is our throwaway guy. But really, Tuna... So here's the problem with bringing all these. I'm going to put 3 stress on every one of these guys. So then tomorrow, the next day, I need one of them to join the mission again, and they're all going to have stress. Now, I am looking... Some of them have cool, so we're good. But yeah, they're going to possibly gain stress and then have to go again the next day. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually bring one of my bombers to get him... Actually, I'm going to bring Haas here. So I'm going to level up my 2 Corsairs. Corsairs are going to be my AGM-88 guys. So one's green and the other... They're both green. So we're going to get them to level up a little bit. Actually, Haas levels up quickly. We're not going to do him. Yeah, we're going to do Dingo, one of the big bombers. We're bringing these along just for the experience points. And then this one, of course, is out. So, so here's our system. We have SA points, for example. So with Thumper, Thumper gets 1. So we're going to put SA points next to anybody who has them. Farm Boy has 2. Sticky has 0. Teflon, 1. Coffee, 2. And then Buzz should be 0 and Dingo should be 0, and they are. So then we look at the, so Thumper has a +3 for damage. And so if I put that on, that shows that he's going to do 3. He has a +3 to his die roll. Then Farm Boy has a +1. And if we keep going, Sticky has a 1, Teflon 1, and Coffee 3. So 1, 1, 3. And not that it matters, but Buzz and Dingo are both at +0. So that's the way we're going to lay this out. And then we have, we get 6 SO points free. So first thing we're going to be doing is we're going to be shooting some AIM 54s. So I'm going to get some of those out. I'm going to get out exactly 6 of them because I see myself never using more than 6. Just call it a premonition. And Thumper and Farm Boy, I'm sorry, Thumper and Coffee are each going to get 1 because they get an automatic hit with theirs. And then they also have the +3 bonus. So I'm actually going to give 3 each. Now, they do say on the card that there's a limit of 6 per plane. So if Coffee ever wanted a 7th one, he couldn't, even though Coffee has 8 weight points. So the rest of the weight points are going to be aim 9s. And I'm not going to, well, I hate doing this because this is the part that makes the game take so long. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So they all have the aim 9s. What are they? This is the Sidewinder. I always forget what the 9s are called. It'll come back to me. And yeah, so we're filling in all the other ones all the way across. And so forth and so forth. I'm not going to fill in the other 2. As we spend them, we'll account for it then. So you get the gist. They're all the way across, filled to the gills. As for the 2 bombers, they are actually allowed to equip 8. Well, the Corsair can equip aim 9s. Buzz can. So we're going to assume he has aim 9s. And Dingo's going to just load up whatever free bombs he has up to his weight point limit. Because if we ever have to discard bombs to avoid an event, we will. And that's it. And I know I'm being lazy and not filling it all out. Bear with me, because this is how it's going to go. I'm doing this to speed up time. I don't even expect these 2 to be shooting anything. So let's play this out now. So we determined our pilots. We armed our aircraft. Now we draw the target-bound event card. So here it is. We gain 4 SO points, and I cannot tell you how awesome that is, because they're only at 18. So, just to show you, I need a solid surface to write on, so I can't write at the moment, but we're going to put 27 here. And then it says SO points used. We're going to put +4. And I might gain more, so I wrote it with some space in case I need to write again. And so we'll actually have higher SO points by the time it's ended. And then we'll use our typical X and victory points. And then I typically like to do a tally of the victory points, down below, like what the total score is. So I do that along the way. And I used to do Indian hash marks here for experience points. I started to move towards if they participate in the mission, we put the experience points they have here, like total. They earn 2, so they have a total of 4. And then if they ever level up, we will put their new level with a slash, and then how many experience points they have left. So I manage the experience points and their level, in the actual mission log. And here's another interesting thing. It only goes to 13, even though there's 15 days. So we're going to have to do 2 additional days. I'll just use this space down here to manage that. Okay, so just some nomenclature and how I do my accounting on the sheet. And I'm using the Hornet Leader one. I could have sworn that the B-17 or something had a better sheet that I liked even more. But it's been so long, I don't remember. So I'm just using the Hornet Leader one. And yeah, let's keep going. So we did target bound. Now we place the aircraft. So I do have to use something to represent that. And I have something in mind here. Give me a second. We got several options, in fact. But I'm going to use the ready token. This is our craft. This is low. That's high. Actually, it would have been nice if I actually had a token that said low or high. I got okay versus shaken. I got damaged. tokens. Yeah, I'll make this work. Everybody's going to be flying low or high. I will specify if we're ever switching. If there's ever a situation, like for example, the refueling plane does not fly with us, it's going to stay back. Because I don't want it to get shot down. If there's any AWACS planes, they will not fly with us. They stay back because they don't need to be in the same space as you to do anything. So there's going to be some rules like that I'm not going to worry about. Anyways, this is for flying. Well, yeah. So we're going to be flying. Let's see. Let's call that high, and that's low because low is usually where the radar is going to. Red alert, right? So we're flying in high, and then we have to place our aircraft. It doesn't matter which direction we're coming from, so I'm going to say that we're coming from the bottom. And unlike the digital version, see, there's a line here. The digital version had this as a solid line, which I feel better about because it made the north and the south more advantageous. But now you can see there's actually two spots. So the digital copy we were playing had some issues. So anyways, going to come in from the south. It absolutely does not matter. There's no sights anywhere. And then we determine and place bandits. There's one bandit to draw. So let's get that taken care of. All right. And the magic winner is no bandit. So we got that carried and we're almost done. Then we do Intel air defense adjustment. Now the air defense adjustment, as you can see, says 2 center bandits. And I know it's unrealistic because this is a fighter sleep, but we're going to just assume that there's some island somewhere that they have some installation. So there is actually going to be 2. And I knew about this before I equipped my stuff. So before I reveal it, I'm changing Buzz and Dingo to carry AGM-88s. So remember I said they were going to carry weight point stuff? You know, Buzz is not going to have air-to-air. He's going to use AGM-88s, and so is Dingo. And it's going to be nothing but AGM-88s. Let's make Dingo have... Dingo's going to have 3 against soft targets. So we'll do that. Because there's going to be stuff over the center, and I need AGM-88s to take those out. So now we're going to draw our 2 center bandits, and here we go. I have 2 in my hand. 1, 2. Flip over, flip over. So we got a nothing burger and a nothing burger. Now, why are these nothing burgers? They don't have radar and they don't have range. So unless you're flying over the target, they're not going to hurt you. And all of our missiles, air-to-air, have range. So we absolutely are not ever going to fly over the target. I mean, I'm so confident in this, I could just throw these back in the thing, but I'm going to leave them out for now. Now we're going to draw our over-target event card. Move 1 random site in the center area to a random area containing your aircraft. Well, there you go. That's a problem. Well, we're going to move... Okay, so we got a roll here. So top 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And this is the perfect one. He shoots only low. So he's here. We're high, so he can't hit us. We're still in good shape. Remember I told you we were going to take at least 3 of the soft target bombs? Those were the Mark 20s. That would have taken out this guy who has the S indicator for soft. So that takes care of that random event. Then we are going to do Phoenix missile attacks. Now this is before turn 1 even starts. And as I stated, there are 1, 2, 3 at a +3, with the first one being +4 more, so +7. I only need a 6 to kill. So he's going to guarantee kill somebody. And then this one, 1, 2, 3, same deal. +7 on his first one. So both of them are going to give guaranteed kill, and then we have 2 more rolls with +3 each. Okay, does that make sense? 6 total. So for my guaranteed kills, I'm taking out the guy with the 4 range, right? So that one's gone. And I'm just going to put the kills over here. So that's 1. And then this one has 2 range for 2. So those are the guaranteed kills. And then we have 4 more to shoot. So this is a +1 with 2 range. And then 2, 3, 4. And then I'm just going to call it that one just because it lets me get rid of the no bandit one. So this one has a +1 to my roll. So I get a... so let me grab some dice here. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So I got 4 different colors. And we're going to say that the brown one here, and just looking real quick, which ones have the airplanes on them. The brown one here is going to represent the +1. The other ones, the other 3 are going to represent the +2. It doesn't matter which pilot's shooting. This is going to be a +4. These are going to be +5s. And we only need a 6 to hit, so the +5s automatically hit. So it's really no point in rolling, but I'm going to go ahead and roll anyways. And then here you can see I got a 5. I actually rolled really well. You could clearly tell I got my rolling back. So that one's a 5 plus a 4 for a 9. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4 kills. Right, so that was all the Phoenix. So now we go to place the turn counter 1. It's a little off camera, but it's there. And we're gonna go. So turn 1, fast pilots attack. We are 1, 2, 3 range away. We are out of range. So are they. So we're gonna just fly through the round and move to here. And we're staying high. And then these guys have only a range of 1, so I'm going to have them move to here so they get in range. There's no reason why they would stay over center. Although I think the rules, if you read them strictly, these should stay over center. Here's why I'm doing this. If they stay over center, I get to shoot at them, but they don't get to shoot at me. At least here, they have a chance to shoot at me. So that's why I'm doing what I'm doing. But I have special action points. So I'm going to have Thumper and Coffee. Coffee, by the way, is our leader. He has 2 special action points. But Thumper and Coffee are both going to spend 1. And they're going to shoot 2 of their AIM-9s at their targets. So it really doesn't matter which one. But we're going to do the 2 greens are going to be for one of the targets. And the blue and brown for the other. And AIM-9s hit for a 6. And I know some of the dice came off, but we have a 4. Even at a 4, adding 3 gets you to a 7. So these are all hits. And that was the easiest mission we've ever done. I don't know why they're not this easy all the time, but that is it. We're done. So I'm going to go ahead and just set this off to the side and get the dice cleaned up. And I'm going to put all of our targets away. So now we... are going to go home. We're going to draw a homebound event card. During the next mission you resolve, the target gains the notation gain 1 victory point. So this, when I was doing my last playthrough of this particular campaign where we used the original target deck, my rant was it was impossible to score 69 points. And this was the only way you can get to 69. And I think you had to draw this at least 4 or 5 times. I don't remember. It's in my rant. So I was like really upset about it. And then here we go. We draw it anyways. But I will take it. It's an extra victory point on the next mission. So I'm just going to lay it over here next to my refueling plane. And then I'm going to use this target deck as my discard pile for the events because I don't need to use that. We keep our own separate target decks. And we win. So let's adjust the intel by 2. And the intel, by the way, is the middle one. So now we no longer get extra center bandit. So we've already gotten that taken care of. So win for the home team. We do need to get the recon to move up, but for now, it is what it is. And I'm going to keep this target. I'll just put it over here to show it's a win. Over here, meaning way up there above our pilots. And we get 2 victory points for this. So I don't know how easy it's going to be to write on this type of material, but I'm going to put 2 victory points earned. So 2 victory points earned, which means we get 2. We have 2 for the overall campaign. We do have 31 SO points remaining. And the target was destroyed. I will use a slash with a top left, bottom right for primary, secondary, but there was only a primary on this one, so that's where the X comes in. And then everybody's going to get 2 experience points. One for participating in the mission, and the other one for succeeding and not having a plane destroyed. So let me get to my hard surface here, and I'll write everything in, and then I'll show you where we're at here. So starting with Coffee. Coffee is going to get 2 experience points, and as you can see, nowhere close to enough to level up. Oh, and then the mission was 57. So I like to write the mission number along the top. That allows us to rebuild the deck if we have to. Next up was Thumper. Thumper has 2 experience points, not enough to level up. Next, oh, and then 3 stress. I gotta remember that. So let me grab, where's the stress? So Coffee has 1 cool, so he's gonna get 2 stress. And I don't like moving the camera around all the time, but I'm just gonna put the stress down here. This is their modifiers, and then this is their actual, things that are done to them. And I mean, these are easier because I can pick them up and just move the whole thing over. So Thumper gets 2 stress. And I need to rearrange my chit boxes because I keep reaching for the wrong one. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Got to put them in numerical order. Be organized and civilized, Jeff. Okay, next, is Farm Boy. Farm Boy is going to get 2 experience points, not leveling up, and 2 stress. That is not quite fitting. There we go. All right. Next, I have Sticky. So I'm just putting these away. Next we have is Sticky. Here, I'm just going to get them out. We have Sticky coming up. We have Teflon coming up. And then we have Dingo and Buzz. And remember, the beauty of Maverick, and the reason why it's worth the 3 SO points to give out Maverick, is it's more experience points. So again, that is better than the +2 experience points one as well. Because I'm going to get more experience points using my Maverick than I will. Okay, so Sticky here. I'm going to move this out of the way. He has a cool of 2. So he's going to get 1 stress and 2 experience points. He's halfway there. Teflon is going to get 2 and 2 experience points. This is the part where the digital is just supreme. It's a little slow. Dingo is going to get 1 and 2 experience points. And then Buzz is going to get 3 and 2 experience points. Yeah, the Buzz stress thing is definitely a factor. And we can move all these back. I do like the trays. You don't need them this wide for this game. Like I was saying before, the Thunder Apache Leader needs them this wide. So they do take up more space, but they're really nice trays. Whoever came up with the 3D printing idea for it is a genius. And it's not even, it doesn't even require that much thought. It's still just a great idea. All right, and then I'm taking my AIM 9s off and just setting them to the side. Sorry, I was getting a phone call, and we are good to go. So mission 1, we're not able to do secondaries. We got to get the recon up, and that's going to be, we're at the mercy of the target deck and how that was shuffled. So I don't know how soon we're going to get the recon up, but we have to get it up by 2 in order to be able to draw a second card, or we can spend SO points. Remember, we can always spend SO points to draw another card. I took the strategy of I used my SO points to get skills, and then I gave myself enough for 2 R&Rs. So if we're ever stressed out, I can give 2 R&Rs to my group. So I have the 9 for that. Now, one interesting thing is we just gained 4. And here's an interesting rule question. Can I buy another skill now that the campaign started? And I don't know what the answer is. I'm looking at the skills or abilities you can purchase for your pilots at the start of a campaign. So I'm going to say no, I cannot. Okay, so I can't buy any more. So I do have 4 SO points, so we could use it to draw a second target. So we'll just have to see. I'm allowed to draw the first target card before I decide if I want to draw the second. And I don't remember how much it costs. I think it's 2 or 3 SO points. I don't do that very often, the paying to draw more cards. Let me check real quick. So if I'm starting a mission, recon priority, I can spend 2 SO points to draw 2 more cards. So that might be something we're going to do. Since we just got 4 free SO points, I can spend 2 of them so we draw 3 cards next time. And then I can get maybe a primary and a secondary. And what I'm looking for is I need something with the recon keyword. I want a target that improves our recon. But yeah, outside of that, that was a very great, successful first mission. So now we move to the other group, the North Korea group, and its recon value is 2. So we get to draw 2 cards. Remember, if we ever get a scramble, we have to stop. And let me just bring the deck over here so you can see them. And let's begin. So here's our first one. We have Scud Launchers. It's a secondary, which is perfect. Has 4 planes. As an improvement, at the end of each day, lose a victory point. All right, so we definitely want to take that out. And then here's the next one. It's a Cement Factory, also a secondary. Unfortunately, we're going to have to do 2 secondaries as our mission. I'm a little bummed by that, but we're going to go ahead and do both, though. This one gives us an extra victory point. It is fixed. And then this one here, as long as we defeat it, it's not going to be an issue. And which one am I going to do first? Great question. So they're both 2 victory points. They both let us take 4 planes. This one has a lot of sights. It is fixed. This one has dispersed and vehicle. So this is Maverick. This one is, we got to fly over the target. Fly over the target. We got to do 7 hits. Our sights thing here is plus 0 hits. So we don't need to do extra hits to destroy our target. This one is only 6 hits, and it needs Mavericks. So why do I mention the Mavericks? The Mavericks you can shoot from further away. This one you have to get over the target, drop your payload. The GBU dams, I wish I could pick them up, but these JDAMs here, they cost special option points, but they can only hit fixed targets. But they're SO points, and I'm going to be using my SO points for AIM 192s, or AIM 120s, I mean. So I'm probably not going to be, because taking out the bandits is still the priority. We do have the, let's see, the Mavericks are free. We got regular iron bombs, which is probably what we're going to use to take out this particular target. So what does it mean having the Mavericks? We don't have to fly over the target. We can shoot from further away. The Mavericks can do multiple hits. So I probably want to disperse my my group. And then let's look at the stress. 56. So here you can see, where is 56? 56 is all the way here. So that's weight point penalty of 4 plus 1 experience point. So that might factor in. That is the secondary target. The primary target is 15, which you can see right there. So we got to hit 15 the traditional way, got to fly over the target, and I'm going to have a weight point penalty of 2. So that's going to impact who we send and how we send them. So we can do 4. I do have a Maverick, and I gave it to Alpo. So Alpo can go along on one of these, and he doesn't count towards the mission. But we need to figure out who's at least going on which mission. So I think I'm going to send Alpo. Like, this one has a lot more bandits than this one does. This one has a lot more. Alpo's going to go on this mission. He has to. I actually would have liked to have sent him on the plus 1 experience point one, but I got to send Alpo on this one because he's needed. And remember, we got a weight point penalty of 2. So Alpo has a weight of 8, so he can only bring 6 AGM-88s. 1, 2, 3, 4. He can only bring 5 because he has an ECM pod. And Alpo gets a +0 and has 0 SA. So we can move these off to the side. All right, so this is primary mission. We still got secondary mission as well, but I'm trying to figure out the primary. And then we got 1, 2, 3, 4 other planes that can come along. So I'm going to slide him up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Also, we're going to bring an AWACS. There's one that gets +1 to air-to-air rolls. Both of them give +1 to air-to-air rolls. I'm going to take Brick on this one. And I know somebody commented that they don't have ECM pods. I get it. I'm just not going to be picking them up and doing stuff. He comes with a value of 4. Situational awareness, which is going to be very helpful. And he can ignore events on a 4 or better. That's what I got to remember with him. So if we have a bad event, if we roll a 4 or better, we can get rid of that. And what else? I still get to pick 4 planes. I definitely need, I got to do a lot of hits. So I need to bring my 10s. So let's do Tigger and Scout. These both have a weight point of 10. Tigger gets a +1 air to ground. Scout gets a +2. And Tigger and Scout have no situational awareness. I do have one more. I have Doc, but I'm going to use him for the other mission. So then I have, okay, so what are they going to be? If they have a weight point of 10 normally, it's reduced to 8. So we're going to be bringing some conventional bombs. So let me grab my chits here. They don't have big bonuses to their rolls. I need an air-to-air guy to go on this mission. Let me figure that out. So we got Bear. I have Bear, Hunter, and Tigger up as the air-to-air. So we have Tigger going along for bombing, which is fine. So we have Hunter and Bear. I'm going to have Bear go in this one. Bear gets a +2 on his air-to-air. And that's actually something I like to do nomenclature-wise, is I put a space in between them or whatever, but, you know, we'll do it that way. I could also do something crazy like, you know, that's the air-to-air and then the rest are the bombers, whatever. Bear has no SA points though, but that's okay. We got 4 on Brick. That's why we're bringing Brick on this one. So now my last one. I have 6 planes left. Mustang gets a +2 to bombing. Bigfoot gets a +3 to bombing. I'm going to bring Bigfoot. He gets a +3 to his rolls. And Bigfoot has a situational awareness of 1. Which that might be the reason why I don't want to bring Bigfoot. I got to think about this. How many situational points is everybody else going to have? Yeah, I can't bring Bigfoot on this one. I'm going to bring Mustang instead. Nope, I'm going to bring Cowboy. And Cowboy has a 2 instead of a 3. So with the ECM pods, that's right, we got to get the... All right, so just a reminder, we have this guy, which needs an 8 or 11 to hit, right? That's pretty high. Oh, I'm sorry, that's the Mark 20. Mark 83, that has a weight point of 2. It's a 5, 7, 10. So these are the go big or go home ones, right? You know, you can, if you roll really well, they really pay off. But if you roll poorly on that one roll, then you just lost a lot of weight points and you got nothing for your trouble. And then we have a bunch of these. These are 3 weight points. And again, they can hit much easier, 3, 5, and 8. But again, it's a go big or go home kind of situation. On the other side is the 1 weight point, and it's a 7, 10. So to put it in perspective, you have I'm going to set them side by side here. We have a 7, 10, 5, 7, 10, 3, 5, 8. So here's my tendencies. The 3, 5, 8 are awesome when you have +3 air-to-ground bombers. If you have a +3 to your roll, you almost always want to try to do the Mark 84s. I tend to take the Mark 83s because you only need a 5 to hit once, and a 7 gets you 2 hits. Whereas if you take the Mark 1, you need a 7 just for 1 hit. And if you're going to roll a 7 anyways, you might as well get 2 hits. That's my attitude. I just don't think the odds of getting a 7 are very good. And I would rather, increase my odds that I get at least 1 hit out of the... So if I take 2 of these, I could roll 2 dice and miss both times because I rolled a 5. If I take 1 of those, I can at least hit a 5 and hit once. I know it's crazy, but that's just how my mental math works. I just think the 2 is the sweet spot. The 3, of course, is very nice if you have a nice roll. So here's our situation. We have these guys are going on a mission that is got a weight point penalty of 2. I have 10 for both of these, which is reduced to 8. And then this one is an 8 reduced to 6. So I have 2 of them with a +2 to my die roll. If I take the Mark 83s, which hits on a 5, 7, or 10, or I'm sorry, a 3, 5, or 8, these are a guaranteed 1 hit each. Because I get I'm at minimum going to roll 1. So now he only has 6 weight points. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give him a 3, and that's a 4, and then this is going to be 5, 6. So he's going to take 2 bombs. So I got to roll well with him, or I'm in trouble. That's my situation. And if I overkill and I hit 10 times, I'm actually going to get an extra victory point. So I do need to get those extra hits in. So now this one has 8 weight points, and that's reduced to 7. So let's just say we got 1. And then if I do 2, 3, 4, and then 5, 6, 7. And then because this one only has a +1 to his die roll, 1, 2, 3. I'm going to just put these up here. We have a 1 and a 3. I just flip them over on both sides. I need some more power. So they're on the other side of the Mark 20s, which are good bombs, by the way, if you ever have to hit soft targets. So 1, oh, Nelly. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then I'm going to take an AGM-88 for 8. I need another AGM-88. Because if I have multiple sites I need to kill in one turn, I need both of these to shoot. And he's not a guarantee. He doesn't have good dice rolls. And then we're going to go ahead and put these up here. I'm actually quite concerned that we're not going to... Oh, I get to see the sights first before I finalize this. When we determine and place sights first, then we arm our aircraft. So I do get to see what we're up against and how many AGM-88s I'm really reasonably going to need. So the sights are 2 around the edges and 3 in the middle. So let me get this situated here. So here's the first 2. We'll look at them in a second. Next 2. Next 2. Next 2. And then 3 in the middle. All right, so I may have to change things up here. Let's see. This is a range 0, nothing burger. This is a range 2, and it shoots high. So that's a threat. This is a range 1, shoots low, also a threat. Our bombs only work low, so he's a threat. This one is a nothing burger. This one, threat, 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 threat again, and threat again. So these ones really stink because I can't shoot them with 88s. But how many 88s do I need? I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. One of them is a threat immediately. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have exactly 6 equipped. So if I want to reduce my bomb load, I could add another 88 to one of my other bombers. Or I can put an 88 actually on my fighter, which is okay. I'm allowed to do that. The problem is you can shoot an 88 or you can shoot a bandit, but you can't do both. I only have one bandit shooting. All right, so here's the deal. We get 5 SO points of special weapons each day. So I am going to do the AIM 120s, which is the other side of this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now here's what's interesting. Bigfoot's weight, Bear's weight is 8 reduced to 6. So that's actually his full armament. He can only take 5 of those and an ECM pod. So I could take 1 less, or we can take. The problem is we may get that many bandits. We're going to draw 4. We're going to draw 5 total bandits. The chances one of them is going to be a no bandit is high. I mean, it is possible I'm going to draw 5 actual bandits. What I'm contemplating is taking one away and replacing it. What do we have? We have the AGM 130s, which are these bad boys. So those hit 3 spaces away, and it's a 2, 3, 5, 8, but it's 4 weight points. That's 4 SO points I got to spend to get that guy. That's probably not a good idea. The AGM 154 is +3 versus soft targets. Also very good. That can be used to take out these soft targets here. The problem is it only going to take out 1. If I do 2 hits with it, it's not going to do me any good. It doesn't take out 2 targets. So I like them, but I don't have enough SO points to mess with those. So then it gets back to, do I want to reduce one of my bombs to a lower size? So we're going to equip another AGM 88. If I don't do that and I miss with any of my AGM 88s, I'm in big trouble. Now, I do need 10 hits, so I need to reasonably figure this out. So let's say I get 3 hits with the first pilot. Second pilot, 3 more hits for 6. And then with Tigger, I'd have to get 4. I'm really cutting it very close, folks. I need all the bombs I have. The only thing I can do is maybe reduce one of my 3-weight bombs to a 2-weight bomb so I can add another 88 to the mix. Or I take away one of my AMRAMs and give, because Bear gets a +2 air and ground. Bear is all around awesome. I can give him an AGM 88, take the chance that we're not going to draw 5 actual bandits. Like one of them is going to be a no bandit situation. We get 2 center sights. And I apologize, I screwed up. I drew 2 center sights for them. That one says 2 bandits. This one says 2 center sights. So we're going to get 2 more center sights. So I for sure need more AGM 88s. So I'm going to get rid of one of these and take another AGM 88. I have to. That does give me 1 SO point to do something with. What's a GBU 10? Here we go. Maybe we can spend the SO points on our GBUs. So the GBU 31s, of course, are too expensive. So a GBU 10 costs 3 SO points. That's a tall order. 3 SO points. And I'm assuming the 16 and the 12 are going to be even worse. The GBU 16, oh, never mind. GBU 16 is 2 weight points. That can hit 4 times. And the GBU 12 is 1. Now this actually gets interesting. So this is a 6, 8, 10, right? For 1 weight point. And if this is a 2 weight point one, that's a 5, 7, 10. I mean, it's a little bit worse, but not by much. I do need more AGM 88s. There's no doubt about that. So I'm going to pause while I think about this. Hey there. So my son who's in college is home, and so I'm going to end the video here, and we will resume figuring out our weight points in the next video. So thanks for watching. As always, stay awesome.